Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sah Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Om Samasta Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Om Antar Jyotir Bahir Jyotihi Pratyak Jyotik Parat Paraha Jyotir Jyoti Swayam Jyotihi Atma Jyoti Shivosmyaham. Hari Om, salutations to all. So we follow our festivals as per the tithis. And so the tithi till yesterday afternoon was Dwadashi. Yesterday afternoon to today afternoon is the Trayodashi. So yesterday we meditated on Bhagwan Krishna. Today is the Dhana Trayodashi. So as many of us know, Dhanvantari Devata appeared on this day, and Lakshmi Devi also emerged from Samudra Manthan on the same day. Lakshmi Devi emerged first, but this Dhantrayodashi is celebrated mainly for Dhanvantari Devata. So Bhagwan Dhanvantari appeared when the Samudra Manthan happened. As the conclusion of the Samudra Manthan, the purpose of the Samudra Manthan was that nectar has to be obtained. So this nectar has to be obtained for immortality, Amrita. Now, Devatas, Asuras, they churned the mountain Mandara. Vasuki was the rope, and Bhagwan Vishnu himself became Kurma avatar, and he dived into the ocean to support the entire mountain on his back. Many aspects are associated with Samudra Manthan. The halahal poison, when it came out, or Kalakut, which it came out, that was taken by Bhagwan Shiva to protect the creation. Various things came out from there. Kamadhenu came out, he was given to Saptarishis. The Airavat came out, Indra took the Airavat. Alcohol also came from there. The Asuras, they took the alcohol. Parijata came out. Various things came from this Samudra Manthan. Lakshmi Devi came. And finally, see, everybody wanted Lakshmi, so everybody ran behind Lakshmi Devi. But she didn't choose any of them. She chose the one who did not have any desire for her, who was lying on the Kshir Sagar, Mahavishnu. And so Gurudev always used to say that don't chase Lakshmi, hold on to Narayana, Lakshmi will follow automatically. Siddhanta also, it is same. If we remain selfless, all wealth, everything is utilized in the service of the society. Whatever has to come will come by itself. So Lakshmi Devi emerged on this day, and then finally Dhanvantari also appeared. He is also Amsha avatar of Bhagwan Vishnu. So when he appeared, Bhagwan Vishnu himself gave him the name Abja. Abja means one who is born from up, water. So he emerged from water. And he came with this pot of nectar in his hand. So if you see the form of Bhagwan Dhanvantari, he has Shankha, Chakra. In one hand he has a pot, and in another he has a Jalauka or leech. So Dhanvantari is considered as the father of Ayurveda, founder of Ayurveda, and leech was earlier used for bloodletting. And the blood has to be in a certain quality, certain balance in the body, and either through some of these leeches or through manual processes. Earlier, people used to do this bloodletting and remove the bad blood, etc. So leeches, they suck the blood, and so sometimes they were used earlier in medicine to uh, for this bloodletting process. So he has that in his hand. Now, when he was born, he appeared, he manifested, he prostrated to Bhagwan Vishnu and he said, I am your son, and please give me a status amongst the Devatas. Bhagwan said that already the Devatas have been allotted the Yajna Bhaga and the Vedic rituals are already set, and this offerings, when they are done, they will reach those specific Devatas. So as of now, you will not get the status of a Devata, but you will be born again and then you will attain that status. So in this Bal Kand of Valmiki Ramayana, this comes, Bhagavatam also it comes, uh, various other places, Brahmanda Purana also it comes, different places it is mentioned. Um, so he is born again to King Dhanva of Kashi. There, and in that birth he is born as uh, born on earth. Samudra Manthan, not in this plane. So he is born again, and as the son of Dhanva, Bharadwaj Maharshi teaches him Ayurveda. He is the deity of Ayurveda. He is the devata who formed this Ayurveda. But when he is born on the earth, just like Bhagavan Krishna appears on the earth and then he learns the 64 kalas from Sandipani Rishi, same way, Dhanvantari is born as the son of Dhanva and his name is Dhanvantari, and he learns Ayurveda from Bharadwaj Rishi, and then he writes compositions and he classifies and creates 8 divisions in Ayurveda, all that he does. So he is the god for whom one worships for health, for freedom from any diseases, and for immortality. Now that's the origin of Dhanvantari Devata. And so there is a mantra. The Gayatri mantra of Dhanvantari Devata is Om Narayanaya Vidmahe Dhanviputraya Dhimahi Tanno Abja Prachodayat. That's the Gayatri mantra of Dhanvantari Devata. There's another beautiful shloka I'm just going to share here on the screen. So this is the form of Dhanvantari Bhagavan. Om Namo Bhagavate Dhanvantaraye Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinashaya Vishnave Namaha. So my salutations to Bhagwan Dhanvantari, who has Amrit Kalash in his hand. Amaya means diseases. Sarvamaya means all diseases, all ailments, physical, mental. Vinashaya, one who destroys. To that Lord Vishnu is my salutations. The simple mantra of Bhagwan Dhanvantari. It is also said that in this Dwapar Yuga, in the second Dwapar Yuga, Dhanvantari was reborn. So he was reborn to, as we said, Dhanva, and he also learned from Bharadwaj Muni, and then he set up Gurukul, and he also taught many disciples Ayurveda, and he made 8 parts of this Ayurveda. And from Dhanvantari were born Ketuman, Bhimaratha, and Devodasa. Devodasa is again supposed to be the king, great king in Kashi. So it is. There are some 1 or 2 stories also associated with Dhanvantari Bhagwan. So in Bhagavad it is said Takshak was destined to kill Parikshit Raja. That was the curse. In 7 days he would die. And so it is said here that he went and bit him. At that time, a Vishahari, somebody who cures a person when a snake bite has happened, removes the poison, etc., is a Vishahari. The Vishahari rushed to save King Parikshit, but Takshak prevented him because that was his destiny. He has to drop his body. Parikshit has to drop the body that way. And so, some places it is said that Vishahari was Dhanvantari, some places it is said it is Kashyap. Then there is another place in this Krishna Janma Khanda of Brahma Vaivarta Puran, where this story of Dhanvantari Bhagwan is that Dhanvantari Bhagwan was going to Kailas. And on the way, Takshak made a venom spitting hiss. So, as Takshak is a very powerful snake, and even the hiss of Takshak, that venom spreads through the environment, and these disciples of Dhanvantari Bhagwan, they soon they become unconscious. So, at that time, just before, one of the disciples, what he had done, he didn't like this Takshak hissing, and so he went up and snatched the money of Takshak. So when he did that, Vasuki sent thousands of serpents under the leadership of Drona, Pundarika, Dhananjaya. These are different types of snakes. Drona is not the father of Ashwatthama here. There are different types of snakes. And the poisonous breath of all these snakes made whoever was even conscious, everybody became unconscious. So Dhanvantari immediately made a medicine from some vanaspatis, and all the disciples recover. And he made the serpents swoon. Then Vasuki heard this. He sent the serpent made Manasa Devi. Again, it's not the Manasa Devi Mandir where Haridwar, where we have. It's not that Manasa Devi. This is Manasa Devi who is a serpent maid. So, who is a disciple of Shiva to face Dhanvantari. So, Dhanvantari, once again, Manasa Devi tried to attack them, make the disciples swoon, etc. But Dhanvantari Devta he has a lot of power. So, he, again, using his knowledge, he ensured that all these disciples again come back to consciousness. And so they found it impossible to defeat Bhagwan Dhanvantari or his disciples. At that time, Manasa Devi takes a trident given by Bhagwan Shiva, and she tries to attack Dhanvantari, and that is when Brahmaji and Shiva Bhagwan, both of them, they manifest and they stop her, and they resolve the conflict and they go away. They both disperse. Now the point here is that Bhagwan Dhanvantari is capable of handling any physical challenges, mental ailments, is avatar of Amsha avatar of Bhagwan Vishnu himself. So that is the Shraddha that one has. And the entire science of Ayurveda, he is the founder of that. So this is one aspect, and so he emerged from the oceans today, and so we worship him today. Now, Amrit is something that everybody seeks. Nobody wants to die. Nobody wants to live in disease. What is that which um, we like, which is our nature, is health. Health is our nature. Disease is not our nature. Swasthya, the word swasthya also is very nice. If you do the etymology of it, sthiti in what is natural to oneself is swasthya. So what is inherent? Health is inherent nature of our body. Disease is not, and that's why it's called dis-ease. I am not at ease when there is a disease. When I'm in my natural health, I'm at ease because that is my nature as a body. So whatever we uh, abide in through the natural principles, and when we follow what our body's temperament is, so Ayurveda classifies Vata, Pitta, Kapha, etc. So each one should know what is their body temperament, and accordingly take the food, water, take proper rest, etc. So I always give this formula, many of you may know, it is called FEST. If these four things we take care of, our body will be healthy, life will be a fest. Right now it's a festive season. So FEST means food, exercise, sleep, training of the senses. These four things we have to do. Proper sattvic food. I'm not saying don't eat any rajasic, tamasic food, but proportion which we should increase our sattvic food. So fruits, vegetables, dry fruits, sprouts, all these. You know, what is ensuring that the body does not have a lot of fluctuations. Rajasic food will create a lot of fluctuation. Tamasic will create a lot of laziness, lethargy, takes more time to digest. So sattvic food will be that which will create more, which will keep the body in balance, which will ensure that it is fit for doing sadhana. The mind also gets elevated. More of it you can read in the 17th chapter of the Gita, Sattvic, Rajasic, Tamasic food, called Rasya, Snigdha, Sthira, Hridya. What is juicy, what is lubricating, what is stabilizing to the body, and what is good for the heart. So proper food, enough exercises, at least 3-4 days a week to keep the body fit. You know, our body actually is made for movement. 85% of the time we used to be moving earlier. Now it has come down to 2%. So much life has become sedentary, and so we see so many diseases happening because of that. See, one is to invoke grace of Dhanvantari Bhagwan, to meditate, to pray that please remove all the diseases or help us to have healthy life. Second is to do our sadhana, to put in our efforts. If we don't do our efforts and we say that Bhagwan, please help me for all my to have good health and to remove all my diseases, but I don't act accordingly, then that is no use. This prayer should motivate us. So proper sleep, 6 to 7 hours, and then training of the senses. We don't impulsively enjoy, and we don't eat something just for the pleasure of the tongue or any other senses also. What is good for the mind, what is good for sadhana, what will elevate our mind, help us to evolve, all those things we should take in and reject what is not conducive for evolution. So, FEST. So, when we pray, we should also pray to Bhagavan that bless us with this ability that we follow these principles, put in our efforts, do our sadhana well, then the body is healthy. That is swasthya. At a deeper level, if we see, When does the body remain healthy? When the mind remains healthy. When does the mind remain healthy? When it follows values, virtues. So when Lakshmi Devi emerges, Lakshmi Devi is the deity of not only the physical aspect of money, the transactional value that money has. She is the deity of wealth. So wealth of values, virtues, especially for a sadhak, it is Shatka Sampatti. So more about her we will see when we speak about Lakshmi Puja on the Deepavali day. But values, mind must follow healthy values, then the body also is fit and healthy. If the mind has negative tendencies, we know that it will affect the body. Today, that is very clearly established, the connection of the body and the mind. Certain thoughts, they will release hormones in the body, they will create contractions in the muscles in the body, all that. So, body mind connection is established very well today. And so many diseases at the body level are actually originating from the mind. Many are psychosomatic diseases, stress oriented diseases. So, we pray that Bhagwan, please keep our mind also healthy with values, virtues. Vishnu Bhagwan, as we know, we saw on the first day, is the one who removes our negative tendencies, etc. And at a still further deeper level, we say, when is a person really healthy? Our true nature is the self. We have come out from that self as though. Come out meaning we have forgotten who we are, ignorance of the truth is there, and we think we are this body, mind, intellect. That ignorance has to be destroyed. This churning of the ocean, one symbolism of that is it is the churning of our mind, and good, bad, everything when we churn, the entire mind is churned. The Lord appears through this knowledge. That pot of nectar is not just the physical pot, it is the knowledge of the self. When these aushadhis, etc., are put, that is the knowledge of Vedanta that goes into the mind, the ocean of the mind. All this has gone in, the aushadhis have gone in, which is knowledge of Vedanta. The self-control is there, that is kurma, tortoise is a symbol of self-control. A seeker has self-control, has heard knowledge of Vedanta from the teacher, and the Mount Mandara is the mananam, so reflection. So one reflects. Vasuki is the snake. Vasuki is the, so serpent is symbol of time. So in time, what knowledge we have gained, when we churn, we reflect upon it more and more and more. Many siddhis will come, many great powers will also come, but finally what will arise is the knowledge of the self. Impurities also will come. That's where we invoke Bhagwan Shiva, that compassionately he takes it, saves the whole humanity. So the entire Samudra Manthan is a beautiful process of sadhana, of how the seeker evolves and what all the seeker requires to attain immortality. So Dhanvantari Bhagwan comes with the the pot of nectar, and that Amrit is the knowledge of the self. The other Amrit will give us long life only for certain time. It is relative immortality, it is not absolute immortality. When the punya is over, then that jiva again comes back to the earth or takes any other form anywhere as per karma. But real immortality is to know that I am birthless, changeless, deathless Atma. And so Dhanvantari is the deity whom we worship, that Bhagwan Vishnu, please bless us with this knowledge of the self and help us to attain true immortality. So today that is what we will meditate upon, and we will chant this very mantra that we saw. I will share that on the screen. Sit erect the head, the neck, and the spine in a straight line. Relax your shoulders. Close your eyes gently. Let your hands be in your lap, palms facing the sky. Come to a comfortable posture without any strain in any part of the body. Let there be a pleasant smile on your face. Thank Bhagwan for all the blessings and challenges that we have in life. Feel grateful that we have a human body. Thank Bhagwan for giving us the most precious instrument to achieve our desires, fulfill our goals, as well as to attain immortality. Thank Bhagwan for good health that we enjoy. Even if there are some challenges in the body, let there be gratitude that Bhagwan is working out some karma for us. As a devotee, we can also have the bhavana that Bhagwan functions through this instrument. It is the equipment of Bhagwan. He is the Karta. This is an equipment. My duty is only to maintain this equipment. So feel grateful to Bhagwan for this wonderful opportunity through this human body. If there are any thoughts about the body not being adequate, about its height, weight, color, any other features, let them all disappear. Body is only a tool that we have. And Bhagwan is using this tool to do his will. Let me do my best to maintain this equipment well. I have a body. I am not the body. Conditions of the body do not define me. I am the witness of all the changes in the body. Be aware of the body from the head to the toes. Suggest to the mind that for the next 20 minutes I am steady and still without any movements. I am alert, awake, and quiet. For the next 20 minutes, I am only a devotee, a seeker. As we say so, take a deep breath in. As we say hum, exhale slowly and let go of any stress or strain. With every breath, let us remember, so hum, I am that infinite consciousness. I am not this body. With so, take a deep breath. With hum, exhale. So hum. So hum. So um, let your exhalation be longer than your inhalation. So um, so Um, so um, continue to breathe at your own pace. And as you breathe, be aware of each and every breath. Oham is the natural rhythm of the breath. So be aware with every breath that I am consciousness, I am not the body. I am not the breath also. I am not the thoughts. I am the witness consciousness. That very consciousness, which is the substratum of the whole universe, which enlivens this body, mind, and intellect, appears as Bhagwan. In the space between the two eyebrows or in your heart, invoke the auspicious form of your Sadguru. Prostrate in front of the Sadguru and take the blessings of the Sadguru for steady contemplation. If you don't have a Sadguru, invoke Bhagwan or worship the Lord as the light. Invoke the auspicious form of Bhagvan Dhanvantari, who is none other than Bhagwan Vishnu. Bhagwan has emerged out of the Samudra Manthan. He has a golden crown with a peacock feather. There is a straight line on his forehead. His lotus-like eyes, gentle smile on his lips. pleasant face. There are earrings in his earlobes. Bhagwan has long curly hair. There are ornaments on his chest, golden ornaments. Beautiful garland made from flowers and tulsi. Bhagwan wears a yellow pitambar covered with a red one. There is a green angavastram on his shoulders. In his two hands at the back, Bhagwan holds Shankha and Chakra. With his right hand, he holds a Jalauka. Sometimes it is also shown he holds Ayurveda in his right hand, or some Vanaspatis, Aushadhis. And in his left hand, there is a pot of nectar. Both the feet of Bhagwan are next to each other. Bhagwan stands in balance. This is the auspicious form of Bhagvan Dhanvantari. We will chant the Dhanvantari mantra. Eleven times. Om Namo Bhagavate Dhanvantaraye Amritakalashahastaya Sarvamaya Vinashaya Vishnave Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Dhanvantaraye Amritakalashahastaya Sarvamaya Vinashaya Vishnave Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Dhanvantaraye Amritakalashahastaya Sarvamaya Vinashaya Vishnave Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Dhanvantaraye Amritakalashahastaya Sarvamaya Vinashaya Vishnave Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Dhanvantaraye Amritakalashahastaya Sarvamaya Vinashaya Vishnave Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Dhanvantaraye Amritakalashahastaya Sarvamaya Vinashaya Vishnave Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Dhanvantaraye Amritakalashahastaya Sarvamaya Vinashaya Vishnave Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Dhanvantaraye Amritakalashahastaya Sarvamaya Vinashaya Vishnave Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Dhanvantaraye Amritakalashahastaya Sarvamaya Vinashaya Vishnave Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Dhanvantaraye अमृतकलशहस्ताय सर्वामयविनाशाय विष्णवे नमः। ॐ नमो भगवते धन्वन्तरये अमृतकलशहस्ताय सर्वामयविनाशाय विष्णवे नमः। Continue mentally. Our prostrations to Bhagvan Dhanvantari, who has a pot of nectar in his hands. Who destroys all the ailments and diseases, and who is none other than Vishnu himself. May Bhagwan Dhanvantari bless us that we prioritize our health, and do what is necessary to live a healthy life. May we have the motivation to eat the right food, exercise regularly, sleep well, and train our senses. Visualize that you are doing each of these, having sattvic food, doing some form of exercise, sleeping very well, and ensuring that you take the right inputs through the senses. Every day as you visualize these, the mind will also tune up to this way of living. Health is an amrit. May we also follow right values, have positive thoughts, an inspiring goal, Mental health is equally important. May Bhagwan bless us with divine values and virtues. And true immortality is in realizing the self. The nature of self is Amrit. It is imperishable. We don't have to attain immortality. We are immortal as the self. To a healthy body with a positive mind, the purpose is to realize the self and fulfill this human life. True health is when our mind abides in the self. Red sthale manaha swasthata kriya. Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi says the mind must abide in the heart, in the self. That is the purpose of all sadhanas. In our heart, we experience existence. Aham, I am. Any thought that arises for the next 1 or 2 minutes, go back to the source of the thought, from where the thought has risen. Don't go into the thought, thinking further. Go into the source of the thought. Not the cause because of which the thought has come, but the source, the self, and stay there as Aham, I am. Thoughts rise and thoughts fall. They are mortal, they are perishable. Aham, or the witness, was there before the thoughts, is there during the thoughts, remains after the thoughts. That Atma is immortal. That is the true Amrit. I am this Atma. Tva means the self, and stha means to stay. To abide as the self is swastha. May Bhagwan Dhanvantari bless us with this realization of the self. That is true immortality. Offer some flowers at the feet of Bhagwan Dhanvantari. Perform a pradakshina. Come to prostrate in front of Bhagwan Dhanvantari. Feel that he has offered a cup of nectar to you and you have taken it from his hands and you are drinking that nectar. That is the nectar of vitality for the body, positivity for the mind, and self-knowledge. Feel that his grace pervades your being. Be aware of your breath. Be aware of your body. Be aware of the happenings around you. May Bhagwan bless everyone with good health and happiness. We pray for everyone. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah. Sarve Santu Niramayaha. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. Ma Kaschit Dukkha Bhag Bhave. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya. Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya. Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। हरिः ओम् श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम्। Have your palms, place them on the face, gently open the eyes. Hari Om. Shubh Dhana Trayodashi.